5 years. 5 years. It is pretty mad. It doesn't really seem like it's been that long. At the same time, it sort of compiles and makes it feel like a huge amount of time that you've spent on one platform or doing one thing. But I've been making videos now for 5 years on YouTube. 2015. That was the year at least where I first made a video and put it online. Actually first made a video ever in any regard, basically. It was an Avengers Age of Ultron review, and how the times have changed. The MCU is now over. We've seen the golden age of comic book films in all likelihood, and now it's probably doomed to fail. I hope not. I hope not, because I do still have an affinity towards it. But it is weird that like every single year, I'll stop this actually. For some reason, like this doesn't feel right. I got a comment yesterday, someone being like great thumbnail, like Big PP and Blue Shirt Kid, but like Floor Gang, and I'm kind of like, well, yeah, I'm Floor Gang. I'm Floor Gang. Quick question, random one here. I'm upstairs right now, like filming this upstairs. So my question about Floor Gang comes into effect. If you're like on the first floor of a building, are you technically Floor Gang or are you Ceiling Gang? You get in this kind of loop mentally of being like, am I on the floor or am I on the ceiling? Or am I both at the same time? It's just a bit odd. I don't think it's been directly answered as of yet, but I'd love an answer from Pewds himself. That would be really, really great. I am Floor Gang. I do this type of stuff. I lie on the floor all the time. It's sort of like a pastime of mine. If I have a spare like 4 minutes, I'll just lie down on the floor. People think I'm weird. I also just randomly do push-ups in public. It's funny when people I know like reference that in their conversation. They're like, oh my god, this person's doing an Narendra, and then they're in like a club and this random guy who's like high as hell or drunk is just doing push-ups in the club. I do that and I'm not drunk or high. I haven't done that stuff in a very long time. The drinking or high. Never high, but the drinking specifically. But yeah, I'm just weird. People are just weird. People have their own little things that they sort of find drive in. And one of my things is push-ups. Yeah, I couldn't do them for a very long time when I was a like young teenager. And then I found out how to do them properly and sort of moved on from there. Beside that, alright, forget about the push-ups and being weird. I mean, we're all weird. But yeah, 5 years. Where I left off on the previous like little section there was every time a year's gone by, there's basically been a Marvel film that has bookended the end of the year, the beginning of a new one. In 2015, it was Age of Ultron, my first video. Haven't watched that in a really long time. Hopefully I won't watch it in a really, really long time. And then you get 2016, it was Civil War. 2017, was it Guardians of the Galaxy 2? And then 2018, Infinity War, and then Endgame in 2019. And this year, there's just not one. I think it's sort of apt. It sort of feels weirdly right in an odd way. I didn't think I would have done this for 5 years. I didn't think I would have had the drive. I didn't think I would have had the consistency to keep on doing it and consistently make like quality shitty content. I know it's probably meaningless to a lot of people, but genuinely I'm saying thank you to everyone who's watched a video of mine, who's shared a video of mine, who's subscribed. That's the most benefit I can have from these things, you know, and it's the thing which means the most for any creator. So it's just an appreciation thing. I know it's under 4,000 people, but some of these people have been with me for like 3, 4, 5 years. And they still comment on my videos now. So I'd like to just say thank you to all of you who do take the time out to watch my videos. I know they're shit, but they're quality shit. And you know that, and I know that. And that's how we get along. You just want to do it. I think it's an odd one. You should do things not for the result, but just for the fact it's out there. And it's a place which I've got to now with the way I make videos and how much time I put into them and the effort. And some people are like, well, you know, you're a reaction channel, you don't really do anything. I'm like, well, I've had debates with people about why reactions, number one, are more than people think when they're done properly, not when, you know, they're done very, very shoddily and there's no excess information added, there's no opinions added, and it's basically a 4-minute video and then the trailer is 3 minutes long, and then you've made a 4-minute video off a 3-minute trailer. There's nothing there. You haven't added anything. Whenever I have like a 3-minute video that I'm reacting to, my video is like 10+ minutes. I just keep on talking. It's a problem. I just can't stop talking. I'm a bullshitter. I just keep on going. I just do. But yeah, we've done a lot of things on this channel. A lot. My legs are now like this as well. It's an odd situation to be in, recording on the floor. But Hashtag floor gang. I am indeed involved. I'm a 19-year-old at heart. Yeah, I don't know. It is an odd feeling to look back and see all the random videos I've made over that time. Couple of pranks, which for me, while I look back on some of them being like, oh, they were not good. Some of them, they will stick with me for a very, very long time, and a couple of them for life. Some very integral moments in my life happened in the last 5 years, obviously, and especially even on the channel. I've made unboxing videos. Unboxing time, the worst unboxings online, that's what I call them, because that's just a fact of the matter, and they are very, very bad, alright? They're just bad. And I accept that they're bad, and that is what it is. Movie reviews, even though I've stopped doing those because obviously I'm going to be an actor, so I realized maybe I shouldn't just trash films if they're bad online if I want to work with some of these people eventually one day. Probably a bad idea, so I said I should probably stave off that one. Still, trailer reactions are fine. K-pop, I found a love of K-pop as well. Crazy! Even J-pop to an extent. Some good stuff there, and I'm glad that that has had an influence on my life and an experience, and a couple of experiences through that, which I will never have again, and I'll never forget. And I'll remember being at Wembley Stadium seeing BTS for the first time they performed there. And that's just an incredible thing to think of. Like when my dad and my mum, and they tell me about stuff where, oh, I went to see Queen at Wembley, or AC/DC, and it's like, I saw BTS at Wembley. Like, that's one of those things, I do think they'll go down as one of the biggest bands of the last 50 years. And that's not an easy feat. It really isn't. So they've done a lot of stuff in the last 5-6 years. Me, not so much, but I'm still plodding along. I'll not stop. As I said, we've made a video now every day for over 700 days. It's a lot of days, like 700 days consistently. Over 700 days, every day of the week, every week of the month, every month of the year, for 2 years almost. On top of actually this being a 5-year anniversary, over 700 days of making videos is not easy, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, we're not stopping until we get to 10,000 subscribers. So take that for what you will. I know that this has been a journey and a half. I know that, personally, I've had the actual privilege of being on another YouTuber's channel, and that was the Food Ranger. Great guy, they've great set of people over there, and I would not have had that opportunity to go and meet these guys, Trevor and Ting over there, if I hadn't started a YouTube channel. Because the reason I got that opportunity was because I made a video basically being like, hey, I'll eat anything if I go to China. I ended up eating some pig's brain, and it was a bit disgusting.
It's in your mouth. You don't want to swallow it right away. All right, cheers. Okay.
The face. You want to puke it up?
Any words, brother? Any comments? Or is it pretty nasty?
Everything else was like A-star great. The pig's brain, not so much. Pig's brain, pretty disgusting. I won't play. It was rank. Everything else was really, really good. And stuff like that, which I'll never forget. And they'll just stick with me for a very, very long time. And those things wouldn't have been in my life if I hadn't started making YouTube videos. And you could say, well, you've had this amount of success or this amount of success, and very little success is the honest answer to that. But I think it's just about not grading yourself on what other people do and what you do. And I think the amount of time it's taken me to get to this stage and this point, it's probably been a good thing. It's humbling, definitely, putting out a video every day, and then sometimes the videos get 5,000 views or 10,000 views, but it's more the comments that are more important than that, when you can engage with people. I'm going on a comment binge reply today, so there's probably a week's worth of comments I haven't replied to. It's all going to be done today. But yeah, it is weird when you put out a video and then it gets 50 views or 100 views, and you're like, oh wow. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, lads. That's just how it works. And you have to get used to that, especially on the YouTube. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then just subscribe, all right? 5 years, man. 5 years. 5 years. Long time. Just subscribe anyway. That would be great. But I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great, and I'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. Wow, I'm falling apart. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Set it there. 700 days. Not stop until we get 10,000 subscribers, so do subscribe, because I'll be back again tomorrow with some more quality, shitty content, because that's just what we do. See you tomorrow. Remember, just stay safe. Stay safe, stay inside, subscribe. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.